Hi, good evening, folks. Game day. The boys are in Edmonton. Let's take a look at it. Coming up. All right, it's time to get off our pink cloud and start going on with reality again, guys. This is it. I believe the new era begins tonight. We're going to see what kind of game we put out there in a regular game with a lot less emotion, except the fact that they're feeling pretty good about themselves going into this. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we react in this game. Now, before we get started, guys, you'll forgive me, but I did it again. I don't know, I guess it's just part of the show now. It's me having to clean my damn glasses, eh? All right, so we got Edmonton, then we got Calgary, and then a few days after that, we got Vancouver. And I've been pretty clear in the past how I feel about West trips, guys. West trips never sit well with me, but the thing is, different era, different time, different bunch, different team, different hopes. Everything's different, so let's just see now how the kids react on this West trip. I'm going to say, I'm going to go on record, I'm going to say we're going to win in extra time today. How? I got no clue, but I'm going to say it's going to go extra time and we're going to squeak it out somehow. Let's hope. Let's hope. So, in this game, Colin Miller's back in the lineup. It's been a few months, eh? Let me check on that. And there it is. And he has, God, he's been out 2 full months. February, March. My God, it doesn't feel like it. I don't know. It's weird. But Colin Miller's back. Let's hope he doesn't get hurt because we need to be able to move him as an asset and get something back. So we got to be very careful with this. We do. I just hope that he doesn't get hurt. As long as Miller doesn't get hurt, you know, because we do got, during this trip, all of a sudden, then we got the deadline, which we'll look at again on that day. So he's back, and Gergensons is back too. It looks like they're going to put Dylan Cousins on Connor McDavid again. And I thought, you know, he played really well against McDavid, who might recall. That would be the logical thing. I'm thinking they're talking about it here, I'm guessing. Now, let's take a look at Edmonton. Edmonton, the last 10, 5-4-1. They've won 3 in a row. Edmonton at home, 17-12-0. Thus is my prediction. The 0 is why I'm predicting Buffalo to get it in extra time. They're due for a 1 in that column. So I always do the numbers thing in my head. So they're 10 games over 500 now, Edmonton, so they got their act back together. They look like they're falling apart at one time. I would have told you early in the season this team was going to win 50 games, but not right now. I mean, right now I'm sure they're looking at hoping to get 45, I would think about at this point. And guys, I want to just touch on Vegas for a second, okay? That's it for this for now. I want to touch on Vegas for a second. Now, since Jack is there, they're 4 wins, 9 losses, 1 overtime. And they're 4-9-1, and I checked their next 5 games. It's not a pleasant schedule, what they're looking at. They're starting, I mean, they got to play Florida tonight. If I'm right, it's tonight, right? So they got Florida tonight, and that should be a very interesting one because, my God, the wheels are falling off out there, guys. And I just don't know what to think anymore, but it's too good to be true. That once Jack got into their lineup that they're collapsing. it's a good feeling, I got to say. Yeah, I'm going to be watching that game too. After our game's done, I'm going right over to watch Florida and Vegas right away. So yeah, I'm pulling for the Panthers tonight. You better believe it. Our game's 9 p.m. Eastern, just so you know. Now, some thoughts on what I'm hoping to see in this game. I'm hoping to see Hinostroza have a really good game again. I really am. That's one thing that comes to mind right away. So I'm hoping to see Hinostroza have a good game. I'm hoping to see, I hope Aspling pops one in. God, you know, I'm hoping. Might be hoping for too much, it feels like, but my God, you know, I'd like to see him feel part of. And I'm going to be very curious, guys. I know I did that video on the on our UFAs as trade bait at the deadline, but don't forget, I mean, it's very possible we're going to move other pieces on this team. They're very possible. I can't see Adam sitting still. I just can't see it, guys. I can't see Adam sitting still this deadline. I believe the franchise now has momentum again for the first time in how long? So we've got to go at the deadline aggressive. Even as a buyer, we might surprise somebody and buy a contract. We just might get a big deal. We might make a big deal at this deadline. We might surprise a lot of people, I think. I hope that we do something. Don't just sit still. I can't stand when we sit still. That drives me crazy. So I don't think we will. I don't. Now, it doesn't really make any difference what we do in these games, I believe, leading into that deadline, because we're not running for any playoff spot this year or nothing. And if anything, the more we win, the less chance I think there'll be that we're going to shift up a lot of players. But I want to see some moves. We need to make some moves. We need to go forward. We need to not sit still just because we won these few games and say, okay, we're fine like with this team. No. We've got to go out there and make things happen. You know, is there any chance we can pick up like a Martin from the Islanders at the deadline in some kind of deal? Is there a chance? Maybe. The Islanders are getting older, right? You know, these are things I think. I was thinking of this morning, actually, and I was like, could be. So in this 3 games, I'm hoping to win 2. I'm going to be realistic. I'm hoping to win 2. I am. I'm not thinking about sweeping all 3. I'm hoping to win 2 of the 3 and keep things going. And, you know, if we could go 2-0-1 and lose 1 in extra time, I'd be good with that. It's going to be hell to play in Calgary. It's going to be a tough game. Their home record's outstanding. They're going to be a tough team. Absolutely. They're well coached. It's a disciplined bunch. They're not scared to play hard. So Calgary's going to be tough. Edmonton, we can expose them if we can close down McDavid. We can expose them after that, but it really depends. Can we get it done? You know, McDavid's not an easy task any night. So I'm hoping that's what we can do going into this game. I'm hoping our power play guys does something. Okay, this is something that is not sitting well with me and worrying me. Is like, I don't want to be losing games only because of special teams down the stretch. I really don't. I want to see the Sabres like get this done and get this, you know, get this right, this close of the season, and start messing teams up. I'll say the one golden trim to this is if we do lose this game in regulation, at least Edmonton picks up 2 points on Vegas no matter what. They force Vegas to have to knock a game off their schedule to maintain pace. I'm good with that too. But absolutely, if I had it my way tonight, just because of the whole Vegas thing, I'd like to see us win like in extra time. That way Edmonton gets a point. I really want Edmonton not to finish under Vegas. So I'm hoping they do it. But of course, if we win like 4-0, I'll be just thrilled. It doesn't matter as long as the Sabres win this game somehow, some way. And this could be our first 3-game winning streak since the first 3 games of the year, guys. So we've waited. You know, come on, we've waited, 58 games since we've had a winning streak. It's kind of due. I don't know if we'll do it, but it's kind of due. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we react now after what we just witnessed in those games. I'm very curious to see really how are we going to react. Are we going to come up with a flat effort all of a sudden that we're not expecting? Possible. I don't think so. I think the Sabres are going to show up for this one. I think they're going to show up in a lot of games the rest of the year. Now, what our record will be, I don't know. The rest of the season, I really don't know. I'm not giving up on winning 30 games this year, so we'll see how that pans out there in the weeks to come. But of course, the big thing for us soon is the deadline. I'm very curious about the deadline, what we're going to do. These games are all important. No matter what, I don't care where we are in the standings. They're all important. They're growth games, and we need to go after them like they're playoff games. So if the Sabres can go into this, look really good, and let's say win like 4-1 or something in a game like this, we're going to have a lot to talk about later. I'll tell you that. A lot to talk about later, because this team right now is still not going to get any respect from the league. Not yet. Not till the Sabres win like 6-7 in a row are people going to take notice. And then, and even then, they probably will say it's a fluke, so it doesn't really matter. But the smart hockey fans will say, hey, you know, they're turning the corner, this team. So this is the best thing I think that could actually happen to the boys is going on a West trip after those 2 big emotional wins. Because no matter what way you cut it, guys, we never do good on the West. We always struggle in these damn West trips. Maybe this time, I just got a hunch we're due to do something on a West trip. It's about time we do something on a West trip. So maybe today is the beginning of that. You know, I'm just going to go into it, enjoy the game. No matter what happens, I'm going to be happy with the boys no matter what, because they won me over there last week big time what they pulled. So okay guys, that's it. I'll see you guys in the post game. I don't know if I'll get it up there tonight. I probably will. I think I'll sneak in here and do a post game and try to keep it low like this, the way I'm talking now, if I can. Let's go Sabres, come on. Let's get this 3-game winning streak. See you tonight, guys.